Now we will go to Dhyana. Okay, Dhyana, meditation. Well, it's the biggest term actually. It's the highest state in the yogic practices, because meditation is something not so easy. And there are some, interesting factors in meditation which I will share to you. Please don't feel bad sometimes. I know there are some already yoga teachers here, in those who teach us here, but I'm not offending anyone. This is what the yogic scripture says. In yoga, meditation is not a practice. If any yoga teacher comes and says near you that come near me, I will teach you meditation, then he is not a yoga instructor, he is not a yoga teacher. Meditation cannot be taught. Remember, it's a, I'll sign it everywhere, anywhere. Meditation is something which cannot be taught to any other person. I will tell you why. That's why, remember, I told you to remember meditation practices. In pranayama, I mentioned meditation practices. Okay, leave the controversial part apart. So according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Sage Patanjali says, what is meditation? What is dhyana? He says wonderfully that an uninterrupted stream of content of consciousness is nothing but dhyana. An uninterrupted stream of content of consciousness is dhyana. What does he mean here? What does he mean, the content of consciousness? Uninterrupted stream. That means a continuous flow, a dhara. So the basis of consciousness here, it may be, a sound. It may be an idea. It can be any object. It can be subtle or it can be gross. But if your concentration, if the consciousness flow on that idea or sound or object or anything, whatever it may be, if it is uninterrupted, then it is considered as dhyana, fixed. If you're focusing on anything without having any other interruption, without any other disturbance, you are only focusing on that, then that is nothing but you are meditating. Understand? But one more thing always remember, it happens quite with the yoga practitioners and it happens with me too. When I sit for meditation, can say for meditation, not sitting in meditation, the first we always do is dharana. Always remember, right? We always do dharana. We try to focus on some kind of various object. We focus. And then we come into one pointed. Then that slowly turns into dhyana. I will tell you how. So in dharana, the consciousness becomes continuous so that there is no break or interruption due to other thought. Then dharana is replaced by dhyana. Understand? So when you're focusing on something, when you're observing on something, if that hasn't changed without any other thought, that is dhyana. So if mother is cooking, mom is cooking, and she's focusing exactly on how the dish has to be made, she's putting exactly what and all. If suddenly she thinks, if she is doing the cooking, and if she thinks, what cereal is going on there, and if she is cooking, then that's all. Defocused, gone, somewhere it went, curry gone, it became, hive, overfried, overcooked, and the son is like, mom, everything roasted. Understand? The same thing happens if your mind, now it won't get roasted, don't worry, but it will be spoiled. The practice of to reach the state will be gone. The turning, the transformation of dharana to dhyana will be gone. If without any other thoughts, if you're totally uninterrupted and focused, then that will consider into dhyana. Understand? Then in the dhyana, there is an uninterrupted flow of consciousness. We already know that. But if you are visualizing a particular object, you should not visualize that object alone. Understand? Tricky. Just now he said, what he's talking, what rubbish is saying. Just now he told that you have to focus only one thing, you should not focus on any other thing. Right? Then why now he's saying that you should not visualize only one thing? Let me come to you. You have to visualize one object, particular object, but you should also visualize that you are practicing dhyana. That means not just focusing on just this mouse. Focus that you are focusing on that mouse. If not, you know what happens? You will be distracted. You will be thinking of something else, but what your body is thinking that I am focusing on mouse, but your mind is thinking about the cat. And you will be lost. And you don't even recognize that it happened. That's why the Sakshi Bhava has to be in yourself. That means the Drashta Bhava has to be in your body. If you are focusing, if you are visualizing that thing, then you also visualize that you are practicing dhyana. If not, then gone. Understand? So these things you have to keep in mind, obviously in mind, when you practice the dhyana or when you do the dhyana. Actually, you don't do the dhyana, you will become or you will reach the state of dhyana. So that's why it says. And this is something important. Always this is something in the Sakshi Bhava, the term Sakshi Bhava of yourself is very important for you. You have to keep that. Without it, you may go away, you may fled away, you may get another thoughts. It is very boring because sitting like this, okay, thinking on about one thing, then you will get nice smell. What mom is cooking in that other room, that's all gone. Your whole mind will be going into mom's kitchen and what she is cooking. Paneer butter masala. Oh, nice. You will be straight, closed eyes, but your mind will be there. But what your body is thinking that you're focusing on dhyana or some object which you're focusing. That's how it happened. That's why you should be with the Sakshi Bhava. Here, both the things should work. That's why the meditation says there are two terms, then only it becomes a meditation. That is, there are two terms you have to follow in the meditation. That is, one, the uninterrupted or unbroken consciousness of flow. Uninterrupted or unbroken consciousness flow of the single object is the one term. The second term is that awareness of the dhyana is the second term. Again, remember. So if these two are combined, then you are in the state of meditation. That's all, nothing doing, no going back. If these two things are going with one by one, like a train track, that's all. Your train moves fastly and smoothly. There are no junctions, nothing. Parallel way, straight to Samadhi. Okay, Samadhi is something different, but you can go. That's how it works. So always remember that if you achieve the state, ekagrata or one-pointed awareness, in a natural way, that is nothing but dhyana. Giranath says, if you achieve the ekagrata bhava or ekagrata, the one single pointed awareness, one-pointed awareness in a natural way, then automatically it transforms into the state of meditation. Whether one thinks or imagines, in the state of this mind is clearly visualized. And he also mentions one more thing. Remember, once you reach the state of meditation or in this ekagrata state, whatever you imagine, whatever you visualize, that will become real. It's like a siddhi. It's like a power. So that's why he, what he says, that anything that is thought or imagined fructifies. It becomes evident and real. Sometimes it might be visible. You know what he resembles? He compares this meditation thing with Kalpa Vriksha, or the thought with the Kalpa Vriksha, the state of meditation. How I'll tell. In the yoga, this state is referred through of the image of Kalpa Vriksha. You know the Kalpa Vriksha, right? Wish fulfilling tree. Aa chettu kinda కూర్చొని ఏం కోరుకున్నా అది నిజమైపోతది అన్నట్టు. The state of mind, the thoughts which you are focusing, that which you are, visualizing, will become real. That's why. So please focus and meditate on great thing or good thing. Don't focus on silly things. Who knows? You might really get that thing real. Focus on your favorite God. Who might he will be appear in front of you. Don't focus on rasagullas or gulab jamuns. You will get in market so many. Okay. Then always remember. Again, I will come to the part. Meditation is not a practice. Meditation is never practiced. Just now he said, practice dhyana, bhava has to be there. Then why meditation? Bhava has to be there that you're practicing meditation, but you can't practice meditation because the state of meditation is acquired, is achieved, and it is experienced. Remember, the state of meditation is acquired and it is experienced. It is not something you do practically, it is something you experience. You know, the samadhi and all these things, they couldn't describe. There are no descriptions of samadhi and all. Then he also, you know, the state of mind, he also explains in a wonderful, with a great example he gives. The state of mind with oil mostly, not the water exactly. Why? Because if the oil from one pot to another, pouring from one pot to another pot, the oil is thick, smooth, and a thorough flow. It won't be disturbed in between. The nune dhara smooth ga straight untadi. It will be in the same manner how much you leave. So from the oil from one pot to another pot, if you pour, it goes in a smooth and single dhara. And once it falls into the another pot, the oil will never spill or it will splash. Chilladu chimmadu oil. Nune kada. Ala padindante alane paduddi. It will fall in the same manner and it will be in the same level. Whereas the water spills and splash, you know, just imagine when you fill a water bottle from another tap, or tuck, 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 it will fall on your face, it will fall on the ground and you will slip and fell down. Never keep your mind as a water, keep your mind as a oil. If the thought is being dripping or spilling, that means you are still in the state of pratyahara or dharana. You're not in the state of dhyana, remember, he says. And finally, I will tell you, there are 3 types of meditation. One is Stula Dhyana, Jyoti Dhyana, and Sukshma Dhyana. So, this Sthula Dhyana, what is the Sthula? Physical or grosser level. So, it is the state where one meditate on the physical form, like Ishta Devata. Right? Okay, my personal experience, I love Lord Narasimha Swami. So whenever I sit, I remind him, I remember himself. So when I do Anushtana, I remember Lord Narasimha Swami and I do the practice. So that is considered as I am meditating on Lakshmi Narasimha. Lakshmi Narasimha is something, okay, lion face, human body, claws. That is the physical form. It's a grosser level. Where the Jyoti Dhyana, oh, it's a wonderful thing. Here he says that the one which meditates or visualize the brilliant flare form of Brahman. Brahman is something which is formless, shapeless, anything. If one meditates on the Brahman's flare, the Agni, which is formless, the flare, the fire is considered as Jyoti Dhyana. It is the secondary level. Same like the Stula is the beginner, Jyoti is the intermediate, consider. Where the final one is the Sukshma Dhyana. To be frank, even the yogis couldn't describe this Sukshma Dhyana. They say, just say that if you meditate on the Brahman as Bindu or as Kundalini Shakti, that is considered as Sukshma Dhyana, because there is no scripture which describes Sukshma Dhyana in world. In this physical entity, there is no scripture that will, describes how a Sukshma Dhyana is, the experience. Because it is something indescribable. It is something only which is experienced. Always remember the 3 dhyanas, Sthula, Jyoti, and Sukshma. These are according to the sage Gheranda from Gheranda Samhita. And the starting which I told regarding, determination, focusing and uninterrupted is according to how the sage Patanjali has mentioned. So the key points you have to remember: you can't practice, you can't teach what? Meditation. You can't practice, you can't teach. You can attain the state of meditation, you can achieve the state of meditation, you can reach the state of meditation, you can experience the state of meditation. Remember these things. If anyone comes and tell you, if they put up flyers, I will teach you meditation, I'm a meditation master, don't believe them. Utter nonsense. Please don't believe all these things. That doesn't work outside, because at the true traditional way never says that you will do in this many days, you will do become that this. Until unless you do, you will only know. Go under a guru who is a great sadhaka, whoever it may be. If he is a sadhaka, go under him. If he is not a sadhaka, please don't go, because he will be showing you the wrong path and you will be going into the wrong path. That's how many misconceptions of yoga have been arised in this modern age. So this is how the meditation thing goes. Thank you. You can ask any doubts.
Okay, dear students, we have 2 minutes only. So a wonderful class, topmost secrets in pranayama and meditation. So can you define pain? Anybody unmute and speak. Can you define pain? I am suffering from pain, stomach pain. What is the definition of pain? Anybody?
Body indicating that something is happening wrong in your body.
Okay, Rameshji, we have no time. We can't define the pain. Only its experience. Understand?
Experience, sir.
ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు ఒకరికొకరు అరే బాధ అంటే ఏందిరా అని ఇంకొకరిని ప్రశ్నించాడు. బాధ అంటే ఇలా ఉంటుందిరా అదా ఉంటుంది అంటే వీ కాంట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. ఇంకొక విద్యార్థి చెంప మీదకి వెళ్ళి ఒక్కటి లాగాడు. ఎలా ఉంది రా అని అడిగాడు. బాధగా ఉంది అని చెప్పాడు. దట్ ఈస్ పెయిన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ కేవల కుంభక స్థితి ఇన్ యోగా. ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వండర్ఫుల్. సో టాప్ మోస్ట్ సీక్రెట్స్ ప్రాణాయామ అండ్ మెడిటేషన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ చాణక్య సీమ. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ అండ్ ఆల్.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Very good session. Thank you.